Let's embark on a journey through London's forgotten, shocking and mysterious history. Rat pies, anyone? Victorian London's rat problem led to a peculiar solution. Rat catchers selling rodents to pie makers, sparking rumours about the contents of certain meat pies. The Great Stink. In the mid-1800s, the Thames River's pollution created a foul odour, forcing Parliament to relocate temporarily, until Joseph Bazalgette's sewer system was implemented. Sewer safari Victorian style. Joseph Bazalgette's Victorian sewer system not only tackled hygiene but became a tourist attraction, with boat tours exploring the underground marvels. The London Burkers, a group that shocked the city in the early 19th century, with the illegal trade of selling corpses for medical dissection. The London Beer Flood. In 1814, a beer vat ruptured in a London brewery and unleashed a tidal wave of beer onto the streets, resulting in several fatalities. The London Beer Flood follow-up. After the 1814 beer flood, an inquest declared it an act of God. The brewery was not held responsible, highlighting the legal and moral complexity of unexpected disasters. The Tyburn Tree, a gruesome display. Tyburn, London was once the site of public executions, and featured the infamous Tyburn Tree, a triangular gallows capable of hanging multiple individuals simultaneously, creating a gruesome spectacle. The Bethnal Green Tube tragedy. During a wartime air raid drill in 1943, a crowd stampede resulted in the deaths of 173 people. The tragedy remains one of the deadliest civilian incidents of World War II. Black Death in London, 1348. In 1348, the Black Death hit London, wiping out almost half the population. Plague pits, isolation measures, and a changed city landscape followed. The Rat Flood, 1740. In the East End of London in 1740, a burst pipe flooded the streets with a sea of live rats, causing chaos and panic among the residents. The Rat Pit of Spitalfields, 19th century. Rat baiting was a popular blood sport in Victorian London. At the rat pits, spectators would place bets on how many rats a dog could kill within a set time. The Great Smog of London in December 1952. London's 1952 Great Smog brought deadly air pollution. Increased coal burning during cold weather led to a thick smog, resulting in respiratory problems and severe health impacts, including a spike in deaths. The London Smog Baby Boom, 1953. The London smog was surprisingly followed by an unusual baby boom in 1953. Some theorize that couples stayed indoors during the smog and spent more time together. The London Execution Dock, in Wapping, was historically used for public hangings of pirates and criminals. The bodies were left to hang until they had been submerged 3 times by the tide of the Thames. The execution of William Wallace, 1305. The Scottish rebel William Wallace was captured in London in 1305. His execution was brutal, involving hanging, drawing, and quartering. His severed head was displayed on London Bridge. The London Bridge, heads display, 14th to 17th centuries. Heads of executed criminals were displayed on spikes at the entrance to London Bridge, serving as a grisly deterrent and a form of public punishment. Medieval London's Guild of Barber Surgeons, 1540, played a crucial role in medieval London's healthcare. Members were skilled in both barbering and surgical procedures, reflecting the overlap of these professions. Medieval London's ban on football, 1314. King Edward II issued a ban on football in 1314, citing its interference with archery practice. This reflects the medieval authorities' attempts to regulate sports and maintain social order. Medieval London's ban on soap, 13th century. In the 13th century, King Edward I banned the use of soap due to its association with foreigners. This reflects medieval prejudices and concerns about foreign influences. The Ghost Sermon of John Donne, 1622. John Donne, a renowned poet and cleric, delivered a sermon at Lincoln's Inn in 1622, known as the Ghost Sermon, exploring themes of death and resurrection. The London Beer House Act, 1830. The Beer House Act of 1830 allowed individuals in London to open establishments and sell beer without a full license. This led to a proliferation of small beer houses, contributing to concerns about public drunkenness and disorder. The Blackheath Séance, 1923. In 1923, a séance conducted in Blackheath in London claimed to have contacted the spirit of King Arthur. The event drew attention and sparked discussions about spiritualism and the supernatural. During the post-World War I era, execution of Guy Fawkes, 1606. One of the conspirators in the Gunpowder Plot to assassinate King James I, was executed at the Old Palace Yard in Westminster. Fawkes was hanged, drawn, and quartered for his role in the conspiracy. London's Great Horse Manure Crisis. As horse-drawn carriages dominated London in the 19th century, the escalating horse manure problem led to dire predictions about the city being buried under 9 feet of manure. The advent of automobiles ultimately averted this crisis. London's Wild West, Gun Street. In the 19th century, Gun Street in Spitalfields gained notoriety as a rough area resembling the American Wild West. It was known for its numerous pubs, gambling dens, and occasional violence. Thanks for joining our historical journey through London's history. Stay tuned for more.